Fisher Hall are the musicians of the New York City Opera Orchestra. They're conducted by Emerson Buckley.
The conclusion of Pavarotti Plus is coming up shortly, but first we want to talk a little bit about the program with some of our guests. What was your reaction this time, Catherine?
Oh, the last duet was just fantastic.
Makes me want to go sing is what it wants to make you do. How's your throat doing this time?
I'm fine. It is beautiful. It's so wonderful to be able to hear these highlights of opera.
How about you, Doug?
Well, of course, I enjoyed more the duets and the Pearl Fisherman. Of course, it's more the kind of thing that I sing. But it is great to be able to sit here and listen to the best, sing the best of opera. It's just great, wonderful.
Was there something that you particularly liked, or just everything?
Well, as I said, the Pearl Fisherman was
Right.
quite good. I really enjoyed that, and everything has been wonderful. I'm really impressed with Mr. Hadley's voice, a new tenor on the horizon here, I think.
Well, let's go over to Jeff. I think you've got some updates for us, right?
We do have some updates, and if we can just get a little wider picture of my table mates, they actually have the information. We have been so thrilled with all of your response tonight as you've enjoyed this program and as you're expressing your appreciation for it in your phone calls to us. You have just made us know that this is the kind of program you'd like to see more of, and that's the news that we really want to hear. Collie, you have the actual figures. Where are we?
Well, at our last break, we had $1,492, and so far we have $2,047.
Oh, that's great.
And $640 total to the Robertson Challenge.
Now, that Robertson Challenge means that of that 640, it's being matched with another 640 from Mr. and Mrs. Ted Robertson. They still have almost $3,000, $1,900 that they have pledged to us if we can get people to match that. And we really are anxious to have that come into us in new pledges. If your membership has lapsed and you would call it in again, the Robertsons will match your pledge of $60 or more, dollar for dollar. So their money, which they've said up to $20,000, we'll give you if you'll get the new members to join with us. Their money doubles, your money doubles. It's good for us at KYVE. We really appreciate that. Collie, who are some of the people that called in?
Well, we have one pledge from Bev Aldworth from Yakima, Mr. and Mrs. Russell Williams from Tyerton, Mr. Jerry Blanc from Grandview.
And, Jack, you have some more names.
Julian Howard Hedinger from Yakima, thank you, Judge, and Jennifer Snyder from Yakima, and Mrs. Earl Green from Wapato, and also Joe and Mary Picotti. I might add that one other idea is that one caller whose call I answered a while ago called in and gave a donation in his grandson's name, and so the grandson becomes a new member, and then that meets the Robertson pledge. So there's an idea that some of you viewing might entertain.
Absolutely. That is really very important. You know, some of you out there might consider, well, maybe I could give an additional gift. Give it in the name of somebody else. They would then get the program guide. They would probably watch more public television, get more involved. We spread that sphere of influence. Collie, I know you have been a supporter of public television. You love opera.
Yes,
What does it mean to you?
I like opera. Well, I like the music. I like the stories. I like the drama and the colorful scenes.
It is beautiful, isn't it? How about you have some friends out there that would like to call? You don't have to name them, but give a challenge to them.
All my friends, call. Please call.
Let's see.
I want to see more opera.
We all do. Jack, how about you? This is something that obviously is important to you. You're here sitting with us.
Yeah, well, I've always enjoyed music. I enjoyed singing as I was growing up, and was on stage a little bit in high school even, singing. So opera, it's a wide range. There's comedy, there's tragedy, there's romance, and there's just music, and it's music and good acting, and it's just great to see all the talent that the various operas allow us to view on Channel 47.
Thank you so much. You know, we have 2 calls coming in now, pledges coming in. There's room for many more if you would like to call your support. We've done so well, but we need to continue that, and your friends are here encouraging you to join with them in supporting KYVE. It's so wonderful to have this kind of outpouring of your support tonight. The pledges are coming in, and if we can get just a few more, we'd even like our phone to ring on this table. Would you call us? Let's go to Maryland.
Right, and I'm sitting here with somebody you haven't met yet this evening, and that's Hank Heffernan. And you have met, all of a sudden your name, Jane Finch, all of a sudden your name went from me. Terrible thing to do. Why do you support public television, Hank?
Well, I think it's probably some of the most fun-type music that I can listen to. It takes you through all the emotions that you could ever think of and dream of. And you see people with their natural voice doing something that almost some musical instruments cannot do. And when you see that a person that has trained themselves to do that, it's just fantastic. And it really, really gets to you deep down, and you just love it and enjoy it. I think the music itself and the person, the way they express themselves is just fantastic. And that's why I like it.
You think it's worth pledging some support?
Oh, heavens. I don't think there's any doubt. To me, it's worth all the support, and so all our friends should call in and make a fantastic pledge tonight.
Good. And how about you?
Well, I think all my friends should pledge too. I really been enjoying the program tonight. Kathy and I were discussing whether we should try to do the duet from Norma. But it was wonderful, wasn't it? It was, that, I think, was the best performance in the total evening so far. The trio from Faust was pretty good, too, though.
Oh, yeah.
But we've been discussing which one we like the best here, and we can't decide.
It's hard to say because we've gone through the whole thing. We've gone from duets all the way through to septets, and, and this is fantastic. I thought maybe they'd even get maybe all 8 of them up there at once and sing. That would be really great.
That would be great.
Yes.
I'd like to thank June Thurston from Yakima, and Mrs. Rita Olney from Toppenish, and Mona and Dick Ross from Ellensburg, and Helen Davis. I really appreciate you calling in, because we want to keep this good programming coming.
Right, and we hope that you are going to call in now. We've got a couple minutes before we go back to the final part of Pavarotti Plus, and we would very much like to have your telephone call. Your friends are here, people who enjoy music, good music like you do. And though you may not know it, there are telephones on each of these tables. It doesn't look like our usual pledge phones, but we are hoping that you're enjoying this kind of program, but not just this kind of program, but this kind of way of asking for your support. That support is so important, but we're so glad to be able to have many of your friends here with you. Anything else you'd like to say to get those phones ringing?
Gosh, I don't know what else we can do, but to just get on there and just start dialing.
Well,
get to it.
I know that it is really hard to go see opera in live performance. You have to go to Seattle or you have to go to San Francisco, and those are the close ones. And if we can see this right in our own homes, I just think that everyone that likes this type of program needs to give something, even if it's only $10. And if we found out how easy it is to go through the pre-authorized check form. Right. Maybe that would be a way that would be helpful to the audience out there tonight. But if you like this kind of programming, do pledge. So important.
Yes?
Well, I have been watching Maryland while I've been hearing our guests. Aren't they marvelous guests? I hope you are applauding them as we are applauding you who have been contributing. They're waiting for more of your phone calls because they want to see more opera. They want to see more classical music. And isn't it marvelous? I couldn't help but think just a moment ago as we watched Pavarotti's Christmas special. You've watched it with me 2 or 3 times probably now. It's become a staple of Christmas. The joy that brings to the world that sits down and watches with the little boys that sing with the great tenor, the beautiful instruments, watching that beautiful pipe organ play in the cathedral up in Canada. All marvelous music that you make available by your pledges. And we've slowed down a little bit. We had a goal of $3,000 for tonight, and we've slowed down. We did just beautifully last break. And your friends here are encouraging you to call so that we can enjoy this kind of music together. And look, we have 3 phones available. Part 4 is coming up. Think how much more you will enjoy it if you make your pledge now. I want to encourage you. Stay with us afterwards. We'll tell you how we did tonight, what kind of support there is for this kind of music in Central Washington. 3 phones still available. Can we fill those phones before we go back to Pavarotti? I know you can do it. Oh, come on. We need those 3 more pledges. We haven't gotten a single call at this table yet, have we? Oh, come on. You think now, let's get this table to call, and way up here in the front, we haven't had a single call yet tonight. We're ready for your call. Will you make it now so we can reach our goal tonight? Pavarotti Plus, Act 4, the finest of the fine, coming up right now.
Next, we'll have